Wearable fitness trackers, are they something that you should look at in terms of how many calories you burn? I bring this up because a lot of people ask us, hey, why doesn't Carbon give me a spot to input how many calories I burn from exercise? There's a very specific reason we did not do that. I know other apps have some inputs for that, but these wearable fitness devices have been shown to overestimate energy expenditure during exercise by anywhere from 28 to 93%. Meaning if it says you burned 1,000 calories, you might have burned like 550 to 800, something like that. And so if we allowed you to input it, what would happen is our app would overestimate the calories that you need for whatever your goal is. And a lot of you would be very upset about it. Now, the beautiful thing about Carbon is over time, it would be able to get it right because it's seeing what's happening, how your body's responding. But we do something way better instead. What our app does is look at how many calories did you take in, so you're logging your food, and how did your weight change? Because if we know those two variables, we can determine what your energy expenditure is on a daily basis. Because if you are, for example, maintaining your body weight at a certain number of calories, that is your total daily energy expenditure. Because if your weight's not changing, that's how many calories it takes for you to be in energy balance, for you to maintain your weight, and that is how many calories you are expending per day. It doesn't matter what some online calculator said. It doesn't matter what your watch said. It doesn't matter what the treadmill or the elliptical claim that you burned. We can still track it if you gain or lose weight, because we know that a certain amount of weight loss or gain is associated with an approximate calorie deficit or calorie surplus. And so we can add that back in on the back end to determine on average how many calories you're burning total per day. So our app, you can actually go into it and look at the Me section and look at maintenance calories, and you can see how your energy expenditure is being tracked by the app. And again, people will say, well, no, I burned this many calories and my BMR is this based on some calculator, so I should be eating this. Okay, well, if you ate that based on what you're telling me, then you wouldn't gain weight. The reality is many people, if they eat what these watches or the calculators online told them to eat, they would gain weight. And so our app uses the most accurate form of energy expenditure tracking, which again is looking at how many calories you're consuming and what's happening with your body weight over time. That is the most accurate way to determine energy expenditure in a non-laboratory setting. I think that these watches can be useful for step tracking, for heart rate monitoring. Now, I will say, if your watch consistently shows during your hour workout, you burn around, say, 400 calories, your watch says you burn. If you do a workout one day and it says you burn 600, you probably did burn more than you usually burn. There's just no way of knowing exactly how much more. So again, Carbon Diet Coach is going to use the most accurate, non-laboratory setting way to measure energy expenditure, which is monitoring your body weight versus how many calories you're consuming. And that is the most accurate way to assess that. We've built that all into the back end of the algorithm of the app. So if you're interested in automated custom nutrition coaching at a fraction of the price that you normally pay for a nutrition coach, download and subscribe to Carbon Diet Coach today at the link in the description.